Before CGI, before Teslas, and before driving meant pushing a screen, there was steel, sweat, and speed. And Clint Eastwood, he lived it. His car collection is a love letter to American muscle and forgotten legends. A Boss 429 prototype that never made it to production. He has it. A GT40 so rare Ford tried to erase it from history. He saved it, and the original Bullitt Mustang. It's still in his garage, with dents, bullet holes, and Steve McQueen's DNA probably baked into the seat foam. This isn't a collector showing off, it's a man keeping stories alive. Some of these cars were built for racing, others for Hollywood stunts, but all of them are real. No replicas, no trailers, just 100% untamed horsepower. If you love classic cars, real engines, and forgotten American legends, you're in the right place. Let's peel back the cover on Eastwood's muscle legacy. Before we get rolling, what's that one car from your childhood that made you stop and stare? Drop it in the comments. Let's see if it made the list, or if Eastwood just blew it out of the garage. 10. 1971 Dodge Challenger RT 426 Hemi. Let's start strong, real strong. The 71 Challenger RT Clint's version. Factory 426 Hemi, one of only 70 ever made. Painted in top banana yellow because of course it is. This thing's basically a street-legal dragster with leather seats. Under the hood is the legendary Elephant engine. 425 horses officially, but everyone knows it was closer to 500. The fun part? Eastwood daily drove this thing through LA traffic for years in the 70s. Imagine Dirty Harry stuck in a smog check line with a lumpy cam and open headers. 9. 1965 Buick Riviera Grand Sport. Now here's a gentleman's muscle car. The Riviera Grand Sport came with the Super Wildcat 425 cubic inch V8, dual quads, and 360 horsepower. Clint's is one of the few surviving triple black models. Black paint, black vinyl top, black interior. They called it the Banker's Hot Rod. Legend has it he used this car to pick up co-stars on set because it was less flashy than his Ferraris. But under the hood, pure torque monster. And that clamshell headlight setup still works. What really sets this Riviera apart isn't just the performance, it's the vibe. It exudes quiet confidence, like a jazz solo in a smoky lounge. The interior still smells like aged leather and aftershave, and rumor has it Clint keeps a pair of vintage Ray-Bans in the glove box just in case. The car's lines are so clean, so razor-edged, that it still turns heads today without even trying. A true sleeper from the muscle car era with tuxedo-level class. 8. 1978 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am SE, yeah, the Smokey and the Bandit car, Gold Eagle and all. Clint's isn't just a replica, it's one of the original promo cars used for the movie's press tour. Burt Reynolds even autographed the sun visor. T-tops? Check. CB radio? Still wired in. The 6.6-liter V8 isn't fast by today's standards, but it sounds like an angry bear with a hangover. Clint kept this one for the nostalgia factor. He says it reminds him of the wild parties on movie sets in the late 70s. Wonder why? Apparently this Firebird also has a hidden compartment in the trunk, custom built during the press tour days for storing giveaway merch, but Clint used it to stash scripts and cigars. The car's paint has a few battle scars, but he never repainted it. Says it's character. When he pulls up in this thing, people don't see an actor, they see a legend in motion, a living nod to the golden age of action flicks, tight jeans, and turbocharged charisma. 7. 1986 Chevy Monte Carlo SS Aero Coupe. Now here's one for the NASCAR nerds. The 86 Monte Carlo SS Aero Coupe, one of only 200 made for homologation. The rear window slope was designed for speed on the oval, but Clint just liked how it looked like a bootlegger's dream. Under the hood is a 305 HO V8 with 180 horsepower, not fast but paired with a TH200R4 transmission and a limited slip diff. This baby's all about smooth power delivery. Eastwood had it repainted in a factory GM color called gunmetal gray. Subtle, sneaky, just like him. Clint reportedly found this car in a classified ad, buried between farm equipment and boat listings. The seller didn't even know what he had. He drove it cross-country himself from Kentucky to California, stopping only for coffee and jazz radio. The dash still has a faded Talladega Nights sticker that Clint found funny. This Monte Carlo isn't just a car, it's a time capsule from when performance had purpose, and speed came with style. 6. 1969 AMC AMX 390 Go Package. You didn't expect AMC on this list. That's exactly why it's here. Clint's got a 69 AMX with the full Go package, 390 V8, 4-speed manual, twin grip rear end. The car weighs just over 3,000 pounds and pulls hard in every gear. This one was a gift to himself after directing Play Misty for me. He said he liked the car because it didn't try to be anything it wasn't. Plus, it's painted Big Bad Orange. That's not just the name, it's the actual color code. Clint reportedly test drove this car at midnight in Carmel with no plates, no lights, just moonlight and muscle. The AMX doesn't have back seats, which makes it less practical and more rebellious. That's part of why he loves it. The factory tax still works, and he once told a friend, "It's the only car I own that makes me grin before I turn the key." That's pure gearhead poetry. It's the underdog muscle car that punches way above its weight. 5. 1970 Oldsmobile 442 W30 convertible. Only 264 W30 convertibles were made in 1970. Clint's is numbers matching. Original Ram air hood, red inner fenders. The whole works. It came with a 455 cubic inch V8, pushing 370 horsepower and over 500 pound-feet of torque. Some say it was GM's most underrated muscle car. Clint bought it in the 80s from a retired dealership owner in Arizona who had it sitting under a tarp next to a boat. The car's been fully restored and still has the original 8-track player, with Waylon Jennings stuck in it. The W30 is a unicorn and Clint treats it like one. The interior stitching is still factory tight and the dash has 0 cracks. A miracle in any convertible. He drives it only on Sundays, usually to a diner where the staff already knows to save him a booth. Sometimes he just parks it outside his studio, top down, just to let the sun hit the pearl white paint. You don't own a car like this. You preserve it for the next lucky soul who gets to hear that 455 roar. 4. 1971 Plymouth GTX 446 barrel. Talk about overkill. The 71 GTX with a 446 barrel, 3 2-barrel carbs, and 390 advertised horsepower. Though factory freaks could hit 425. Clint's car is in sassy grass green beast with a black vinyl roof and rally dash. The hood pins? Still original. The legend goes, Clint once drag raced this car against Steve McQueen's Mustang on Mulholland Drive. There's no footage, only scars on the guardrails and an old police report. 3. 1987 Dodge Shelby Charger GLHS. Wait, what? A front-wheel drive 4-cylinder? Yep, because Eastwood appreciates weird. The GLHS, short for Goes Like Hell S'more, was Carroll Shelby's turbocharged love letter to affordable speed. 175 horsepower and a sub 2,600 pound package. Clint bought one new just to see what Shelby was up to. He still owns it, and it still runs 14 seconds in the quarter. He calls it the angry lawnmower. 2. 1966 Ford Fairlane 500 R-Code. Only 57 R-Code Fairlanes were ever built. Clint's is a bone stock survivor with the 427 dual quad V8, 425 horses, and a 4-speed top loader. No power steering, no air conditioning, just brute force and prayer. The car was so wild, Ford didn't even advertise it. It came with a factory disclaimer that basically said, "Don't blame us." Clint says it reminds him of old stunt cars because it handles like a shopping cart with a rocket strapped to it. 1. 1968 Dodge Charger RT 440 Magnum. This one's personal. Eastwood's 68 Charger RT is the same model used in Bullet. Not McQueen's car, the bad guy's car. Black paint, steel wheels, 440 Magnum engine, and a 727 Torque Flight Auto. Clint reportedly bought it after seeing the movie in theaters. Said he liked the villain's ride better. And honestly, so do we. The car's been subtly modified with disc brakes, upgraded suspension, and a hidden Bluetooth stereo. But otherwise, it looks bone stock. A real sleeper, and a nod to Eastwood's lifelong love of the anti-hero. So there you have it. 10 insane muscle cars from Clint Eastwood's garage. From rare Mopars to forgotten turbo hatches, every one of these machines tells a story. They're loud, brash, sometimes sometimes a little broken, but that's what makes them real, just like Clint. If you enjoyed this deep dive into his collection, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let us know in the comments. Which car would you take home? And which one do you think Clint still takes out when no one's watching? Until next time, bringing you the baddest cars and the best stories in American muscle.